a big boy. Adam Spinks, Kelvin Tyler.
Yeah, probably struggling for best form at the moment. We'll go around him.
All right, Diamond Dagger, he's our favourite now. Was a little bit of a demolition job at the Gold Coast in a maiden last start. Ricky Jemison and Harold Norman.
Yeah, daughter of Seamus Award. As you said, Harold Norman shooting for a back-to-back double, and the market says yes.
Troy C rides the 8, Lipen Sass, Les Kelly.
Much better effort last start at Willumbar, just has to back that up here.
.net is the 10, Jasmine Cornish rides for Mark Palmer.
Yeah, backing up from Sunday when she fought out the finish in what I thought was a fairly deep Class 1. Should get a lovely run in transit. Good odds.
We then look to the 11-star diva, Isabella Rabjones, Brett Baker.
Isabella Rabjones flying at the moment, and this horse looks fit. Form probably not quite up to the mark, but won't be far away.
Now, the 12 is a 5-year-old mare by Street Boss. She wasn't too bad at Grafton last start. Mark Duplessis and Dwayne Schmidt.
That was the best run this preparation. She's still got to progress off that.
Now, the 13 is Beg Me. Tiffany Brooker rides for Lauren Abbott.
Beg Me, I can't see it in the yard, but let's assume all is well with Beg Me. The form says, well, it comes through that same race at Willumbar that a few of them come through. 4th behind Lava last start.
He tends to, he's always the horse she brings out early and walks around in the middle, so I'm unsure if he's gone out early or he's still on his way. However, we'll look to the 14, October Joy, Stephanie Lacey, Nicole Hemmings.
Yeah, just struggling for best form, beaten comfortably at Gatton past 2.
And then Saxon Rose is the 15, Kyle Setchner for Nicole Luke.
Doesn't appear to be going well enough. Just tell me whatever's going on, yeah?
Yep.
Ruffy in this race, coming through a sneaky form race at Bow Desert that's already produced 4 winners.
And Anthony Allen will ride the 18, Honey on Rye for Fleur Blanche.
Probably not going well enough.
All right, race number 8, and it's for the stayers here. I've gone 4, 3, 17 and 8. I'm with That'll Do 2 on top. Luke Tarrant, Josh Sweeney. It's stuck on well in a Saturday benchmark 72. It's rock hard fit. It's a winner here this track and trip before, and I think it looks very well placed from barrier number 1 there over the 3 in St. Martin, because this horse had a lot of improvement to come on from its maiden. It has taken those steps forward, and that was a pretty good maiden win over Port Morant that day, and who's since won. It was definitely no queries at the trip, and as I said, had improvement to come, and it's made that improvement. Now, each way players, if you want to have something small on the 17, and that's in Found the Mark, well, please do so, because I have as well. And second up over a big trip, but this horse resumed without trials over the 1,650 metres and nearly pulled it off. Now, that's my above the sky Geostorm Waikato form line, so I like the way it looked. So each way players get on the 17 and the 8.
All right, Kian, thanks for that. I've got the 17 in my numbers as well. We're touching $91 at the moment, so just a couple of dollars each way. Quick.
There's a can of Solo in front of the screen.
She's grabbing a phone to have a little bit more on the app. But look, I've gone 10, 2, 4 and 17, so I'm with the 10.net. The parade was good enough, but there's been really good support for .net, $9.50 into $7, and she's on the quick backup from Sunday. I really liked that race on Sunday that she came through behind a big chance. So let's see how she goes. It's been one of those days. They've been winning sort of without names so far. Number 2, Let Me Let Go, coming through the sort of provincial Sydney form, Grafton form. I think that should hold up here. Number 4, That'll Do 2, has been the best back runner by far, 650 into 380. So really good go for That'll Do 2, coming through the Eagle Farm Saturday form of Carlos. And then I've thrown the 17 as well. Found the Mark. Now, you could have got 100 to 1 for about 5 seconds, but it's back into $91 now. 17 Found the Mark. So a couple of punters putting a few dollars each way. And as Kian said, there's a sneaky little form reference coming through there at Bow Desert. I can tell you there have already been 4 winners come through that particular race, which was run on the 21st of June and won by Waikato, including Kian's best value bet from a couple of weeks ago at the Sunshine Coast, which paid a handsome $26, and you could have got 41. So let's hope that form line holds up again today, because we've both got a couple of dollars each way on this one at any old price. So my numbers 10, 2, 4 and 17. All right, they're loading up well. The big field for race 8 here at Ipswich. Let's head upstairs to Jared Wessel for the call.
They look like they'll be the final 3 to complete the line. So we're nearly set. Sirame Class 1 handicap over the 2150 metres. Prince Albie goes in. Honey on Rye completes it. We're just about set, Cassie, for race number 8. Honey on Rye's gone in. They're in the starters' hands. That'll Do 2, the best backed and favourite off gate number 1 for Luke Tarrant. Ready to jump now. Set at the top of the straight, and they're off and racing now. And that'll do 2 off the inside. Got away well and just given a little shove forward by Tarrant there. So he's working up towards the lead with Let Me Let Go. Beg Me starting to roll forward with Street Baby, October Joy just trying to slot in there and find some cover. .net's not too far away early with also Diamond Dagger, and then came Lipe Sass over on the inside. They were followed by St. Martin, who settles down midfield the outside of Magic Mikey, and then came on the outside there Carlos, and deeper out Honey on Rye trying to find a position from Star Diva. Saxon Rose third last, Prince Albie second last, and Found the Mark is last of all. They bypass the bottom bend, 1500 left to go, and it's Let Me Let Go who finds the lead. Has it by a half length, 2 on the outside. Street Baby racing second, and That'll Do Too. The favourite's got the run of the race in third. October Joy, after being caught wide, starting to roll towards the front, and then came Beg Me, whose 5th one off the fence, 1.5. At the top of the straight and race to the lead. Lipe Sass into the clear, running on Magic Mikey over towards the inside, and they were followed by St. Martin. It's That'll Do Too looking to close it off. A length in front to Magic Mikey and Lipe Sass. That'll Do Too in front, doing enough the favourite, and That'll Do Too won it by a half length to Lipe Sass. Magic Mikey third, then St. Martin, followed by Saxon Rose, and then came Prince Albie, Found the Mark, Beg Me, Diamond Dagger. .net next over with Let Me Let Go, who dropped out. October Joy, ditto after the wide run, and then Honey on Rye, Star Diva, Carlos, and Street Baby was the last one over the line.
Zatorio, Bar Trader, and that will be the line complete. Sky Channel on board, thank you for that. Welcome back to Carnarvon for the Northern Aspect Constructions Handicap. Thanks, Pete. Welcome back to Carnarvon. Not far off the start now. Zatorio coming forward for Luke Campbell, replacing Cassie Martinen. For Austin Galati, who's replacing Cassie Martinen on this galloper. Luke's replaced Cassie on most of her rides today. And Bar Trader to come forward. And that will be the line complete. Field of 7 to contest the second. Light on. Set. Racing. Osipova began well from the inside. Zatorio just being scrubbed up early on, looking great. The well-supported runners going forward may even take up the running. Cape Sunyan's third early on. Then Bard Trader. Second last is Tambora, and Lalo can't keep up early on. So 1,100 metres to go there at the apex of the top turn, and looking great, who's been $6 into $3.50, takes up the running by a length and a half now on Osipova. Around the outside goes Zatorio, and currently 3 wide pushing on is Cape Sunyan, the favourite. 2 lengths back to Bar Trader, a further 2.5 back to Tambora, and 3 off last of all is Lalo. 800 metres left to run, and looking great, doing it well out in front by a length on Zatorio. Cape Sunyan's been scouting wide throughout. About a length back on the inside is Osipova, just being pushed along by Witten. 2 lengths back to Bar Trader, a further 3 back to Tambora, and Lalo is last. They're approaching the home turn, 450 metres to go. It's looking great in front by about 3/4 of a length. Zatorio edging closer to the outside. 3 wide, Cape Sunyan put under pressure, and 2 lengths back then to Osipova, Bar Trader, Lalo, and Tambora drops out. In front looking great, a length away Zatorio. Cape Sunyan needs to find out deeper. Bar Trader running on, and Osipova back towards the inside. 100 metres left to go, looking great, still holding a margin. 1.5 lengths now, 2 in front of Zatorio, and they're going to land some decent wages here. Looking great leads much of the way. Defeats Zatorio, Bar Trader, Osipova, Cape Sunyan, Lalo, and Tambora. Looking great, 340. $6 into 340s, looking great. Started with Tab Touch. And
Now Princess Spice, $2.80 out to $3.10 now, $3 for Princess Spice. I Love Lucy has, she's had some movement. She was $4.16 to $4.20, now back out to $4.60, so sits on the second line of betting there. Amazing Nikki has been well supported, $8 into $5, just out of touch now to $5.50. Empress Star, who I thought had a really good chance, has been $4.80 out to $7. No Money for Smugglers Bay, second up this time in, $6 out to $7.50, and Magic Talent has been $12 and reasonably solid all throughout betting. Bib Lost Boy sitting at $16, and My Blue Jeans, our roughie, at $21. So Princess Spice, I Love Lucy, they are the favourites, but our best backed, Amazing Nikki.
Good race, this one coming up. It's probably with a little bit of a touch of sadness. Horse number 7, Bib Lost Boy, having his last start. He's been a great campaigner over the years. He's a 12-year-old, but he's 13 in a couple of days. And Rebecca Capel, representing the Tony Sergi stable, joins me now. How is the old fella for today, Rebecca?
Good. He's, really well. Feeling a bit above himself, but, he's well.
He's been a great horse, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. Pete's lucky to have him, so, yeah.
Certainly is. I suppose he's on the quick back-up from the other day, but he sneaks one more start in.
Yeah, one more. Hopefully, yeah.
As not many horses get to the stage where they're at 12 years of age and still racing, his longevity is certainly something to behold.
It is, yeah. I think lightly raced and stuff, so I think that helped him along a bit. But, Pete's done a good job up until Tony's taken over, so, yeah.
Let's hope he races really well here. Good luck.
OK, then, thank you.
There she is, Rebecca Capel, representing the Tony Sergi stable with Bib Lost Boy. Let's hope he runs well at his final start.
Yeah, he's a great old fellow, isn't he? And he always puts in his absolute best. At the moment, though, he isn't really fancied here. He's 14 out to $16. So we are behind our allotted start time. We've had a day with a few incidents happening there. It's been a long day. A few incidents occurring, but we'll get that loading process very much underway, and they certainly won't take too long. Benchmark 66, this one. Princess Spice, $2.80 out to $3.10. Back to $3. I Love Lucy, $4.60 out to $4.80. Did touch $4.20 at one point, but Amazing Nikki, our best back. So if you have followed our selections, you're very much live in the quaddie. I think I spent about $24 this morning. So Eastern Glow was our winner out of the first leg, race number 5 at $3.20, and Privatisation at $2.60 was a winner of the second leg. So 2 winners down thus far for the quaddie legs. Let's hope we can get these next 2 home. Princess Spice certainly remaining our favourite.
This is our final meeting of the season at Goulburn, in final meeting of the season actually in the Southern Districts and also the South East Racing Association. Now, we do race at Goulburn again on Monday week, and then the club has a bit of a break after that for a few months. They're going to do a lot of work. They're going to do some sand grooving in November and drainage work as well next month. So they've got a lot of plans here just to make sure that track's cherry ripe for when they really get back into their feature meetings in November and beyond. So they've had a lot of racing this year, China. They've had 10 additional meetings in the last 12 months, and they've certainly held the lantern for a lot of the clubs also as well. So they've done a really good job to get through. This track's played pretty well today. A lot of the horses have come up the inside as opposed to recent meetings as well. So this is our second last on the program. Our favourite remains at number 4 here, Princess Spice, looking to go one better than last start when second. Here's Anthony.
Ground. We're on a soft 7. She does like wet ground, and she generally improves with a run under her belt. It was pretty wet up at Gosford where she went around after a freshen up. But Princess Spice, this local mare, is the favourite for the informed Tash Burley stable, doing a great job with the team, Tash. And Sean Guymer down to ride Princess Spice. She's the favourite. Field just look about set to run here for the Brad Ryder Construction 66 benchmark. Princess Spice, red and black colours, it's the favourite. She's drawn in close. Set to go. They're off. Princess Spice came away about midfield. Emperor's Star began well from a wide gate with I Love Lucy going with it. Princess Spice is right up there with Smuggler's Bay. And they were followed then by Magic Talent and Old Biblos Boys just in front of that runner. Amazing Nikki is back second last on the inside. And the veteran, My Blue Jeans, is the last one. 600 to go. Smuggler's Bay retained the rails here from Emperor's Star. I Love Lucy's in third. Biblos Boys behind those. Amazing Nikki, Princess Spice, My Blue Jeans and Magic Talent's the last one. So in front here, Smuggler's Bay, it led by 2 lengths. Amazing Nicky's come through underneath them here, about to get off the leaders back. I Love Lucy, and then came Emperor's Star. Smuggler's Bay still in front. Amazing Nicky, about a length and a half away, and can't quite get past the leader for the moment. Smuggler's Bay's in front. Amazing Nicky, she won't get there, and Smuggler's Bay leads all the way. That might be Rochelle's first winner. Rochelle Redrat Crowan's first winner, I think.
Guy, and have a look at Sasha, and also Knight's Kiss, big finish, but Sasha lets down with a brilliant turn of foot, grabs the lead, and Sasha wins it. Tight goes second and third.
The lead, Trying Hard was victim of crime up on the outside.
Magic Talent was back there with him.
Well done, Rochelle Wedrett Crows, and she's only probably had 8 or 9 rides. She's run a couple of thirds, I know, but that's her first ever career winner, so congratulations to her. She's with Normie Gardner at Canberra. Ron Weston and John Nisbet trained this horse, and at $9.20, that's a race she'll always remember, so congratulations to her. $9.20 and $2.40. Amazing Nikki was really good at $1.80, and My Blue Jeans running third at $5. Good run from him first up. He'll improve off that, and Princess Spice was fourth, so 1, 5, 2 and 4. The time there, 58.35, so nothing wrong with the track here. And she'll be delighted with that, Rochelle, because she's only been at the Cape for a little while. She's got a horse background, but she's a Canberra girl, I believe. The last 600 metres in 34.80, and she'll be absolutely delighted. So Trainer's about to catch up with one of the co-trainers in Johnny Nisbet. I'm sure John will remember his first ever winner.
Synthetic track disappointment last start.
Holbrook the 5, Danny Peasley rides for Daniel Bowen. He resumes no trials. He looks a little bit pretty and he's a better horse when he gets into his preparation and over further.
Yeah, he'll need 1,800 metres plus this preparation. He's still holding plenty of condition, so later on in the campaign.
Managua the 6, Noriyuka Masuda picks up the ride here for David Joyce. Look, he's a bit more settled in the yard today. He can really bung it on and he was just really probably at his worst there at Grafton, but it's in the yard today, he's a lot better.
His run first up at Moolumbar was fantastic, and I thought he was a touch disappointing last start at Grafton. He's got an awkward gate to contend with, and it has been some time since he's won a race.
Squeeze this the 7, Matt McGarren rides Matt Dump, terrific. You wouldn't get her any fitter. Blinkers come off her, tried a few things, got a lovely gate, winnable race for her.
Lovely strong filly. She's been placed on wet ground. I like the blinkers coming off. She just wanted to overdo it up in front last start at Grafton.
This has also got to watch on Mozart's rival, the 8, Justin Uxtable ride Lindsay Goff. He's had 4 runs back. Both his wins have been on wet ground. He's one of those horses that doesn't jump out and grab you in the yard, but he's very fit and conditions suit him.
Looks sensational in the yard. He was fantastic 2 runs ago at Ipswich, where he was beaten 2 lengths. Disappointing last start. He can bounce back coming back in grade today.
Feudalist the 9, Jag Wolfman Chester rides Marcus Wilson. First start for Marcus. Good type of horse too. His last run was about 6 weeks ago. He went around, but no problems with him.
He was placed 3 runs ago at Gosford, and he's been well beaten in subsequent ones. 6 weeks between runs. He's got to come back to 1,400 metres here today.
And King Farouk, the 14, Chris Taylor rides Owen Glue. He's just struggling to find a bit of form. I know he's better than what he's showing anyway.
He's yet to record a place in this campaign. 2 of his 3 wins have been here, but I don't think he's going good enough this preparation.
OK, that's a look at him. 3-7-8-4, just with a blinding light. Doesn't look any different to what she did at Grafton, and she did a very, very good job to win. Got a lovely gate and just a really, really fit mare in the yard. Squeeze this, no knocks. Rock solid in condition. She's got an alley to suit. I've got to watch on Mozart rival here, the 8. Like I said in the yard, he doesn't jump out and grab you, but his best form has been on really wet ground. And Hemsberg's definitely there, the 4. I think you just put a line through him on that synthetic track at the Sunshine Coast, and prior to that, he'd run really good at Coffs Harbour. He's very fit now with the 4 runs under his belt. 3-7-8-4, Melinda.
3-7-8-4 also. Happy to stick with Blinding Light. She's a lovely 3-year-old filly by Sebring, and she's just been improving with every run this preparation. She's a last start winner, and she should relish these conditions. 7 Squeeze This. I think the blinkers coming off are a big plus here. She'll be up in front for a long way. 8's Mozart's Rival looks sensational in the yard, and the 4 Heimberg wasn't disgraced 2 runs ago at Coffs Harbour and had excuses last start on the Sunshine Coast Polytrack. 3-7-8-4. Our favourite here is the 3 Blinding Light, currently at $2.80 with the tab, and Gary's with her trainer Mel Eggleston.
Right up, she looks equally as good as what she did at Grafton, Mel.
Yeah, Gary, she hasn't gone backwards and had a bit of a space between runs, and that won't worry her either. So it's probably how she gets through the gluey going. But she's won on the heavy, but this is a funny track today.
Yeah, it is. It's different to what Grafton, and we say that you get a Coffs Harbour, it's a different heavy. They're all different, but this is gluey where they're getting in and they're getting sucked into it, trying to get out of it.
Yeah, this, hope she doesn't get too far out of her ground. She can be a bit tardy away, and but if he's got it behind him somewhere, you'd have to say she's going to be right in it.
Got that lovely little Bob's bonus, and this is your last opportunity with that Bob's for these 3-year-old fillies.
Yeah, we'll tip her out after this, and so yeah, she could do that. She had a real good prep.
Good gate to just hold up there.
Yeah. That's helped. You've got to, she's got a bit of weight, but if they can get away with them and be there somewhere with the weight, and she can just get into a rhythm, it's a big plus.
Good luck, mate.
Thanks, Gary.
Good on you, Mel. Yeah, he's got her in great order. She's in terrific order at Grafton, and she gets the money. Dave McCain, he's got the interesting running Heimberg here. He sits on about, what is he? We'll just go through this market quickly. Blinding Light's favourite at $2.80. You get down to the 8, which is Mozart Rival, $3.90. Had good support right through the morning. Squeeze this. The 7 is $4.20 now, so firm comes there. And Heimberg sits on the 4th line of betting at $7. He's in a good yard in the Dave McCain stable, and Melinda's with Dave now with the 4 Heimberg.
Well, Dave, he's had 4 runs this preparation. He hasn't been too far away. We'll go back 2 runs ago at Coffs Harbour on that very heavy track where he wasn't disgraced.
Yeah, look, Melinda, he was platted a little bit wide that day, which really didn't help us. He does, although also he does cherish the wet, so he will get through it. He has won previously down south on a wet, so he will get through it. But the run at Coffs Harbour was, without being, it was full of merit without being exceptional.
Last start, he went to the Sunshine Coast on the poly track. Do you think he was comfortable on that surface?
No, he wasn't. No, he didn't. Right from the jump, he really didn't handle it. We wanted to ride him a little bit positive that day, and we did. But to do that, he wasn't comfortable doing it.
Today he's drawn in the middle of the pack. Where would you like to see him settle in the run?
I would like to see him up running third or fourth. I just said to Jason that we'll take a forward, ride positive, take a forward position, so we should be running third or fourth.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Rightio, well, $3 our favourite now, Blinding Light. Just got out to that $3 mark. Good money, and this horse has been winning. Look at the guys in there to put those flux up, because there's been good money for the 8 Mozart's rival, $4. Rightio, so $10 this morning, $3.80, $3.90. $4 now. Blinding Light, we just heard from Mel there. Lovely filly, and she looked equally as good in the yard as what she did when she won at Grafton. $4.80 into $3, back out to $3.30. And Squeeze This, Matt Dunn's right at $10, $4.20 now. A bit of good firm for the 4 here, Hemsburg. We've heard from Dave there. I liked his run of Coffs. I thought his run of Coffs had merit. They're $23 this morning. This market could be reflected with the scratchings, but at the moment he sits at $5.50, so he still had a good firm right the way through.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think our favourite, Blinding Light, she deserves to be favourite. She does go up a little bit in the weights, but she's got plenty of upside. She's a 3-year-old filly, and she's starting to build a really nice record. Yeah, she holds a Bob's bonus. This is a last opportunity to get the Bob's bonus. Squeeze This holds a Bob's bonus. That's her last opportunity. The rest of them are probably out of the equation. Oh, no, Feudalist is. He's in there with from the Marcus Wilson yard, so that Bob's bonus will finish very, very shortly. But 360 now, so she's on the drift, Blinding Light, and he just holds up. Well, she's in the second favourite now, Squeeze This, over Mozart's Rider, which doesn't really budge around that $4 mark. He's the watch horse. Lindsay Goff, all the way from Eagle Farm. Only 2 wins have been on wet ground. I think, if I remember rightly, he might have been in at Ipswich, this horse. Not just trying to think whether he was in there today, and they've taken him out there and brought him down here. He's an Uncle Mo. He's won 2 out of 17, place 3. He was sent out favourite 2 runs ago at Ipswich. He led up in front, and I thought he was sound. He was beaten 2 lengths on that occasion. He was a touch disappointing last start at the Sunshine Coast, but I guess that was a benchmark 62. He comes back to a 58 at country grade here today. And they got a big meeting at Coffs Harbour on Monday, and then Monday Port Macquarie and Coffs Harbour on Thursday, the Coffs Harbour Cup. Run over 1,600 metres. It's got the big dance on it, and the winner of that will be eligible when it's all sorted out in November at Royal Randwick. And don't forget those Kosciuszko tickets there on sale. Giving this a nice plug today, but it's something that you really need to get into, because we're running out of time. 7th September, those tickets cease at midnight. $5 a ticket, many ticketers you like. $3 million race, Royal Randwick, 15th of October. For country horses only, and you could have a share in one of those 14 gallopers. But you need to buy tickets, and if you haven't got a ticket, you've got no chance of being in it. Yeah, what a great opportunity, $5 a ticket, and they're easy to purchase. You can do it through your Tab app, your local pub, club, or anything like that. And like you said, $5 a ticket. Unless you purchase one, you can't be in it to win it. And what a great experience it could be if you are one of those ticket holders. For New South Wales residents only, that's important. But like I said, the 7th of September, midnight, they cease. 2 days later, Royal Randwick at the headquarters there, they'll do the draws, and out come 14 names. And if one of your names are called out, that's why it's best on the Tab app, or where it's registered, and they can find you nice and easy. And that barrier draw is done live, so you can sit up and watch it and see if your ticket is one of those lucky numbers that come up. Great concept. Certainly is. Our favourite now is the 7, Squeeze This, now into $4. The 8 is into second favourite, which is Mozart's Rival, and it's pushed our earlier favourite, which was Blinding Light, now up to $4.80. Yeah, she's at the $4.80 now. Yeah, big firm Squeeze This. Well, Squeeze This has drawn the 2, and Blinding Light's the 3, so they're going to be beside themselves somewhere and running. Both mares put themselves into the race pretty quick, but Squeeze This
certainly has been the best back runner. And like you said, it just pushes our earlier favourite out, which was sitting on around $293 Blinding Light. You can get $4.80 now for your money.
Like the blinkers coming off Squeeze This. She just wanted to overdo it last start there at Grafton. We're just on start time. We've still got a few stragglers to load here.
Yeah, and I must say, well done to the Lismore Turf Club. 6.5 months since they've had a race meeting here. This track was completely underwater, and I don't mean completely. It was right up through the buildings, and we're talking a lot of water sat over this track for 1 week. And I must say, Mark Holloway, our Chief Steward, has worked very, very hard to get these tracks back into working order. So a big congrats goes to our Chief Steward, Mark Holloway. But anyway, they're up and running today, and we've had a meeting. We've got to get back to Ballina and get one there and get one at Casino, and we're more or less rocking and rolling with this fine weather. 3-7-8-4.
3-7-8-4. Let's get to Terry for race number 8 here, the last of the day at Lismore.
Well, after all of those antics, and will now be looked at by the vet. So the vet running his eye over Squeeze This as Mozart's Rival, a riderless Managua, and Holbrook a little further down the track awaiting their call-ups. So Mozart's Rival comes up. Vet having a good long look at Squeeze This as Matt McGarren waits in the barrier. Holbrook edging up close to the stalls. The trick here will be, if she gets the tick, they've got to get her back in. And she's getting stirred up. Getting up on her hind legs. Again with the lead attached. And the other one, riderless, is Managua, I think. Standing at the back. And Squeeze This. Well, it would appear Squeeze This has the green light. But the trick is, get her back in. Managua is still out. Well, she's had a play. Squeeze This is out. 446. Loading antics, refusing to load. Squeeze This is a late withdrawal. Managua has to come up without the jock. Fingers crossed. He'll go in. He gets up towards the stalls. Squeeze This was $4.20 on the tab fixed board. When withdrawn, red light. The last of the day. We've welcomed racing back to Lismore. All has gone well. The gates are back, and he'll be very happy with that. Caught them in a great line, though Heimberg and Feudalist go back shortly after the break. Mozart's Rival came out very quickly and led on its ear. Already 3 in front of King Farouk, followed by Holbrook, Blinding Light and Heimberg. A break of 2 lengths to Feudalist. Managua on the outside had dropped out to the tail of the field. Mozart's Rival along the back. In front. The break a length and a half. Holbrook is allowed to stride, moves to second and now goes to the hindquarters of the leader. A break of 2 lengths. Blinding Light on the inside of King Farouk. Another 2.5 to Heimberg. Then 3 parts to Feudalist, and that same margin away Managua, who is tailing Charlie as they travel down the side. Mozart's Rival is the leader with 600 metres left to go. Holbrook on the outside goes up, almost joins the front runner. They lead by a length and a half to Blinding Light on the inside of King Farouk, and then Heimberg coming deep from Feudalist. Managua whipped them in. Mozart's Rival is flat turning. 300 to go in front of Blinding Light. Holbrook deeper out, and then King Farouk. Mozart's Rival led at the furlong. Blinding Light knuckles down, comes after Mozart's Rival. Blinding Light on the outside. Join Mozart's Rival, who fights. Blinding Light in front, drawing clear. Blinding Light by a neck, Mozart's Rival. Clear of King Farouk, Heimberg, Holbrook a photo 4th and 5th. Then Managua and Feudalist at the back.
Great ride, Johnny Grisdale. Absolutely a peach there. So 3 beats 18.
So looks beautifully placed here.
Mick Lakey has the 3 Crockett, Wendy Peel.
Slightly tricky gate, but once again, dropping back in grade off some recent city efforts. Chance.
Kipak, he was good here first up. Kipak's Arava, Kyle Wilson-Taylor and Helen Page.
He was really good, wasn't he? He surprised a few with the way he was sprinted sharply first up, and he only improves as he gets up in distance and a bit more racing. So each way.
All right, what do you make of our favourite, the 5 Regal Edition? He's been racing good. James Ullman, Kelly Schweeder.
Well, he's parading well again. He's right at the top of his game fitness-wise, and the key for him is surely just getting back onto the good track and just needs a little bit of luck to go his way.
Mount Mont Shark has been unplaced here. Larry Cassidy, Matthew Crop.
2 starts here previously, has never missed the top 2, so I think he's a horse that does race his best here at Ipswich.
All right, and here's the last at Ipswich. My numbers are 2, 4, 5 and 7. I'm with Class of Royalty on top. He was very good in a No Metro win last start. He's making that nice, good run. He was just a bit of a pinball in between other runners, but he's a Class 6 winner, 2 back here, and I just think with the 58 kilograms after Jasmine's claim, he looks good. So 2, 4, 5 and 7, Paul.
Thanks, Kian. I'll stick with the fave, 5, 4, 7 and 6. I know he's a bit easy in betting, but he was a lot better odds than that originally, so he firmed right up and now he's just drifting late. The good track should suit him. Number 4, Kipak's the Danger. 7 Wheels, not sure what to do with him. He's very easy in betting. And the 6, Mount Mont Shark, has been well backed. 5, 4, 7 and 6 for me in the lucky last. As we said, Regal Edition a bit easy, 215 out to 260, but all the firming had been done earlier. The best back to beat him, probably the 6, Mount Mont Shark, 13 into 9 has been a decent move. And your top pick, Class of Royalty, has been rock solid, 6 into 550, and you're going for the last 2 winners back to back. So let's head upstairs for the last. Jared Wessel to call them home. This is the lucky last at Ipswich.
That's set. Crockett. Thanks, Michael. Crockett's about to come forward and will be set for the final race here at Ipswich. Regal Edition runs the final favourite. The red light is on. Set for action, off and racing now. Regal Edition was one of the better ones away with also Class of Royalty. Dorset Coast is rolling forward with Mount Mort Shark and Angel Share poking through on the inside, and Crockett off the wide gate starting to roll towards the front as well. Then came Kipax from a deep route starting to work forward. There was Canny Cat. Regal Edition drifts back to 3rd last, Wheels 2nd last, and Sister Kathleen is last of all. Onto the back straight, 1,200 metres left to go, and it's Dorset Coast who crossed and led them up, and has it by 3/4 of a length to Crockett, who's running 2nd. 2.5 away then to Angel Share, who's 3rd the inside of Class of Royalty, and then came Canny Cat, who's caught 3 wide and starting to take closer order the outside. Then came Mount Mort Shark, who's midfield, a long neck in front of Kipax. Then came Sister Kathleen, who's starting to get going 3 wide as well. Regal Edition goes back to 2nd last, the favourite, and Wheels is last of all, about 6 off the leader. So Dorset Coast puts the brakes on at halfway and had it by a long neck to Crockett, who's running 2nd. 1.5 then to Sister Kathleen, who's up to 3rd quickly on the outside of Canny Cat and Angel Share. Mount Mort Shark starting to get into the race, and they were followed next in the field then by Class of Royalty. Kipax, Regal Edition's got it all to do, but getting to the outside, and Wheels is going to spin in last. 400 left to go, and Dorset Coast kicked a length in front of Crockett, who's getting towards the middle of the track. Then Angel Share and Regal Edition starting to unleash down the outside. Kipax, and Wheels hasn't gone around a horse and shoots up the inside. It's Crockett who got to the front, but Wheels scorching through on the inside is out after Crockett. Wheels getting to Crockett from Kipax. It's Wheels in front, and Wheels won the last by 3/4 to Crockett. Photo 3rd, Kipax or Regal Edition. Then came Dorset Coast, who knocked up from Angel Share. Canny Cat, Class of Royalty, Sister Kathleen, and Mount Mort Shark was the final one in.
7, 3, 4 and 5. I think they'll be your numbers. It is a
the one run, and that was for a second at Gunnedah, and the green light is through. Bunny up to the boxes. This is race number 2, the Gardens. They're set and away, and winning the start to the middle of the field was Freeway Mick. Then came...
We've made it to the end. Golden Fighter, $2.40, got into as short as $1.80 some 20 minutes ago. Now out to $2, wearing those famous colours of Rick Worthington. Ferrari Man, $2.90, out to $3.10 and sticking solid there. Best back by a long way. Kiss the Outcast, $21 this morning, now into $11. No money for Mrs. Patmore, 10 out to 12, and a little bit of interest for the Kerry Parker runner, horse number 4, 23 to 18. Outside of those, Graham, no movement at all. So Kiss the Outcast, certainly one of our best supported at longer odds.
Nice race to wind up proceedings. It's been a terrific day's racing. This is our final race for the season in the SDRA or SCRA. We'll be at Gundagai on Monday and then down to Maria on Tuesdays for those early meetings, those first 2 meetings for the start of the new racing season. This is the 8th race on the program for the final time today. Here's Anthony Manton.
Good afternoon, and we're going to get this race run at 5 minutes to 5. There's no time for the barrier trial, unfortunately. Light's going to beat us, so the barrier trial has been abandoned, which is unfortunate. But look, all things considered, after the delays we've had, no ambulance, then that incident in the tie-up stalls, they've done really well to get this meeting finished, and we've made up time. So Shadow Dane comes up. I better call it Shadow Dane, not Dane Shadow. Shadow Dane comes forward, and this is the last, the Goulburn Roofing Maiden, favourite Golden Fighter. It's the outside runner here, bit of expectation on this horse. He's trialled the house down, let's see how he goes on race day. They're off. Golden Fighter sprung the gates from a wide barrier. He's trying to cut across. Mar Esker kicking up though, and Mar Esker's the early leader. From Ferrari Man in second, and Golden Fighter just trying to tag those and get onto a back at the 800 metre point. They're followed then by Kiss the Outcast. Mrs. Patmore spot on ready. Well, back came Shadow Dane, and Thinkin' Bo You was the last one. 600 metres left to go. So Ferrari Man's in front. Mar Esker in second position, and Golden Fighter about to be let slid. 3 wide, goes to third. Kiss the Outcast behind those in fourth, and then came Mrs. Patmore. Let's see what he's got here. Golden Fighter, he strode to the lead out in the middle of the track. He rushed up to Mar Esker, and then Ferrari Man, and he put them away. Golden Fighter went for home at the 150. He's 2.5 lengths in front. Kiss the Outcast getting home along the inside. Golden Fighter's in front from Kiss the Outcast. Golden Fighter gets the job done impressively on debut. Lives up to the expectations.
Inside is the Divine Win. The outside, Madrid Centro. Here's Onofic. Mystical Man down the centre, and Marxian down the outside looking to deliver the knockout blow. It's Madrid Centro, the Divine Win. Here's Mystical Man, and right down the centre is Marxian, but Mystical Man takes the lead. Mystical Man, too good. Mystical Man wins from Marxian, third Madrid Centro, then Onofic, the Divine Win, Poppies, and Casual Trade last. Mystical Man, number 3. Settled well back, but chimed in nicely, turning for home. And was too strong in the run to the line.
Golden Fighter, raced by the Holding Syndications. He's a son, this one, a 3-year-old by Suburg out of the mare Solidera, so a Sepoy mare, and that augurs really well for his career. He was able to just sit out wide there and run on really well. So Matthew Smith isn't on track today, but Joe Curran is. He'll be very pleased with that performance.
Joe, a terrific debut performance by this fellow, certainly in very memorable colours as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a lovely horse and paraded beautifully. He's a big, strong, robust horse. Very good temperament. His trials have been very good. Matt's had a very good opinion of the horse, and Regan rode him beautifully. Absolutely. Just in behind the leaders, pulled him out, and he found plenty.
Now, does he have any sort of story? He's certainly a big sort of stoutly built fellow. He had 2 trials last prep, and then was given almost a year off just to grow?
Yeah, to grow. He was just a little bit backward, and the team have done a great job, Matt and all his team at Warwick Farm and up at Luscantire, and we're really thrilled, and he's got a very exciting future.
He certainly does. Now, he is in Rick Worthington's colours. Did Rick have any sort of input into this fella?
penultimate. Tab Mobile for the Matarenka Park Pace. They're getting set. Inside run of the favourite, God Bless You. As they get up on gate, just two horses pretty much in identical colours and not dissimilar helmets either. And right this minute I cannot see a thing, so bear with me. Here we go. I don't think any of us saw anything then, but anyway, sun is a real pest. We're just about right. All set. Well, they're racing. And God Bless You begin all right, showing speed as Just Rock and Roll, and getting into bother after the start. Red Trick sits in a gallop. So taking stock, Bo Steele moves up to grab the back of God Bless You as they work out of the straight. They were being followed next of all by I'm Harvey Spectre. And then we go back to Crime Don't Pay. The next one is Western Bell, and they were followed by Scotty Mack. Back in the field is Night to Remember. Well back as Ringo's a Star, and Red Tricks down and pacing is last of all and is about to make a three-wide move. They work their way down the back and they've got around 1,700 metres left to go, and the leader is God Bless You. Here comes Red Tricks. It's been set alight around the outside. Comes up now to look for the breeze. In third spot on the inside is Bo Steele, and easing for a trail is Just Rock and Roll. I'm Harvey Spectre, and then came Crime Don't Pay. Scotty Mack is next, and they were being followed further back in the field then by Western Bell, Night to Remember, and last of all is Ringo's a Star as they run their way down the side. Where the pilot here is God Bless You. In second, Posse Red Tricks, and third is Bo Steele. Next of all is Just Rock and Roll, one by one. I'm Harvey Spectre, and then came Crime Don't Pay, who's in the running line three back as they work into the lane. Further back then is Scotty Mack, the inner, and then we go back to Western Bell. Well adrift of them then is Ringo's a Star, and just ahead of it is Night to Remember. They're in the straight. They'll get the bell lap to go here, and the pilot down the lane. Greeting the judge around to go is God Bless You, but really eyeballing it now is Red Tricks, and they stare each other down, the two favourites, as they work out of the straight. In third spot, Bo Steele. They were followed by Just Rock and Roll and I'm Harvey Spectre. The outside is Crime Don't Pay. The next one on the inner is Scotty Mack, followed then by Western Bell. And the last pair racing together are Night to Remember and Ringo's a Star, and it's inside. They work their way down the back of the track now. In the direction of the 600, the leader is God Bless You. It's only a head clear. On the outside, Red Tricks is second. Third is Bo Steele, and next the outside as they work off the back now is Just Rock and Roll. I'm Harvey Spectre's three markers fifth, and then came Crime Don't Pay. Well back Scotty Mack, Western Bell, Night to Remember and Ringo's a Star. They run down the side, and Blake Micallef, driving a confident race at the quarter marker, sneaks away here, but there's room for Bo Steele to give chase off the track, letting rippers Just Rock and Roll. And right to the outside, coming home well, is Crime Don't Pay as heads were turned for home. God Bless You, first into the straight, trying to get on terms down the outside to give chase. Was on the outside, Just Rock and Roll. Still there was Bo Steele, but it's God Bless You in front, and God Bless You, if you're on it, God Bless You goes home to score, beats Bo Steele. just rock and roll, and flashing home out wide was Crime Don't Pay. They were being followed then by Scotty Mack. In that bunch was Ringo's A Star. Further out Western Bill in company then with Night to Remember, and it was one of the tail enders with the red.
Imagine standing a chance to win over 1 million rand every KZN race meeting for free. That's what could happen if you pick all the winners on the card in the Hollywood Bets Punters Challenge. All you need is a Hollywood Bets account. The competition is easy to play. Simply log in up to 5 minutes before the first race of a KZN race meeting and make one selection in each race. Each selection will be awarded points based on where it finishes against how many horses there were in the race. For example, if your selection wins in a 12-horse field, you get 12 points. If it runs second, you'll get 11 points. Third place gets you 10 points, and so on. If your selection wins, you will get additional points based on the Hollywood Bets starting price. So, if your horse is paying 5 to 1 in a 12-horse field, you'll get 18 points. Find those outsiders to help you climb the rankings, because the top 20 point scorers on the daily leaderboard will share a guaranteed 10,000 Rand in cash. Then there's the over 1 million Rand bonus for picking all the winners on the card. For every race meeting this prize is not won, the total increases by 25,000 Rand. We've already had one winner who tipped all the winners on the card and won the incredible progressive jackpot of over 2.3 million Rand. So it has happened before, and it can happen again. Did we mention this is a free-to-enter competition? What's more, if you really fancy your picks, we've added a new bet slip that makes it easy for you to place bets on your favorite selections. Since the competition started in 2020, we have awarded more than 6 million Rand to punters in this competition. You could be one of them. So register and play the Hollywood Bets Punters Challenge today and climb the leaderboard to glory.
Only once bitten, 350 with the clerk of the courts. Will Rickson on board this Timmy Butt trained runner has been looking the goods this campaign in a couple of placings as well as a victory. 3.5 the price, about only once bitten. He said, she said, with some friends, and Riley Budd will be taking the reins on the 8 in the book, a $4 chance. There is a runner for the Macmillans, what a roller, $6. And Chris Barsby, as I come to you, Grant Dixon is closing in on 5,000 driving wins. That is huge. He's got a chance here to get that a little bit closer in the opener with the 3 Pepper Bliss. G'day to you, Chris.
Cassie, g'day to you, g'day to everyone. 9-event program about to take shape here. And Grant Dixon needs 6 winners to reach that magical milestone of 5,000 career driving victories, joining the likes of legends like Chris Alford, the late great Gavin Lang and Chris Lewis. So he'll become only the 4th Australian driver to do that. And when you consider that Tony Herlihy, the champion of New Zealand, is a long way short of that, it just speaks volumes for the efforts of those 4 guys. And Grant is about to join that very illustrious company. So he needs 6 winners. He's got some good chances tonight. He's got some good chances tomorrow night. So the countdown continues. This first race is wide open. The favourite, it's 7. Only once bitten, drawn the top of the track. Over the mile, 3:10. We're just about ready now. This kicks off the early tab quaddie. They're all on gate. Stand by. Ready. There's the light. They're off and pacing. Dancing to the beat from the inside. Came away quickly. I'm a Birraby boy out wide is driving forward. One last roll starting to rev up in between runners. Only one's bitten goes forward but caught extremely deep early. He said, she said down on the inside. Adrenaline Rush. Jackawally going down to the marker line. Then Bomb Suit. Pepper Bliss and What a Roller. Taken off the arm and goes right back to the tail. 3.4 the lead time. Out in front, I'm a Birraby boy. Sets it up and leads the way 4 metres. The favourite slides across into second, only one's bitten, leaders back third, dancing to the beat. One last roll now, 4th with 1-1 cover. He said, she said, 5th, 3 back the inside. Adrenaline Rush, 1 out, 2 back. Jackawally, 4 back on the inside. Next Bomb Suit, Pepper Bliss, and What a Roller is at the tail. The first quarter, 28.1. They head towards the turn out of the straight now with 900 metres left to pace. And out in front, it's I'm a Birraby boy. It's certainly backed off on the tempo in this second stanza, leading 3 metres. Only one's bitten is without cover. Leaders back third, dancing to the beat. One last roll, 1 by 1. He said, she said, needing some luck. 3 back the inside. Adrenaline Rush. Pepper Bliss makes that move now. Solo 3 deep. Jackawally the inside. Tracking up deeper. What a Roller. Bomb Suit is last in a packing field. Down the back straight. Second quarter, 31.9. I'm a Birraby boy. Tackled strongly by only one's bitten. Pepper Bliss charges into second spot. Deeper out. What a Roller. Catching that cover of Pepper Bliss. One last roll under pressure. Dancing to the beat, held up the inside. Bomb Suit deeper. Adrenaline Rush. He said, she said. Jackawally is at the tail. Third quarter, 28.7. Only one's bitten, leads the way. Pepper Bliss is going to it strongly. What a Roller deeper. Bomb Suit starting to wind up. Adrenaline Rush peeling even wider. They're into the home straight. Pepper Bliss drives to a narrow lead. Bomb Suit chasing it down strongly. Pepper Bliss and Bomb Suit. Pepper Bliss, Bomb Suit. Bomb Suit grabs the lead. Bomb Suit for the money. Bomb Suit beat Pepper Bliss. Third, What a Roller. 4th, Adrenaline Rush. Then only one's bitten. Jackawally. Next, one last roll. Out towards the tail. He said, she said. Dancing to the beat. And I'm a Birraby boy after leading. Finishes at the tail. The last quarter in 28.5. Pelican Waters Resort mile rate 155.2.
Luke Whittaker can steer one. Bomb Suit.
Majority of occasions and storming home. You'd think he'd probably be off the pace today. It's how, I should say, she runs her best races generally. Being allowed to unleash a strong finishing sprint. And she certainly can do that. Moving up now, and in goes No.
Harness for race number 1, heat of the Waratah. For these rated 34 up to 53, Clouded Up, runner number 3, there on screen. Steered by Grace Pinella, is the Tinted Cloud 8-year-old gelding. He was a winner 2 starts back. He's been in recent winning form, $3 favourite. Sir Richard Lee from the inside, $8.50. He's a 4-year-old at start 54 today. He was seen scoring just a couple ago. Last time was well beaten by 10 metres, but he does come away from the ace gate. Sir Richard Lee, $6 chance he is. Calling 9 races from Newcastle tonight. Ben Hall. Ben, looking forward to catching up with you. Clouded Up favourite, your top tip as well. G'day to you.
First race tonight. Thanks, Cassie. Welcome along to the coverage. So moving up for the opening event here at Newcastle International Paceway. Good card tonight. 9 events and very solid card, as I mentioned. Plenty of people wandering into the course tonight. 1609, the journey for the opening race. And they're moving up quite well here. Clouding Up getting up to the gate, just about set to run here. There goes the green light. They're racing. The Sholey runs the gate hard out wide, goes forward within the centre there, Clouded Up, and also Got a Rush showed good speed. Then over on the inside, Sir Richard Lee, followed by, next to the inside was Silver Lady. Out deeper on the track there was Major Doodle. It goes around, Got a Kick, who pushes through in the centre. Miss Serendipity back to third last on settling down. Hoi Ho next to last, and Dollar Sign whips them in as at the tail of the field as they swing up towards the home corner on the first occasion. They sort out their order here. Nasholi the inside, the leader. Clouding Up Park without cover in second position. Leaders back, Sir Richard Lee. 1-1 cover there, Got a Rush. The inside, Silver Lady, being covered up the outside by Got a Kick. For the back of the field, the inside, Hoi Ho. Now it's wedged away, full back to peg line, followed by Miss Serendipity. Next to last, Dollar Sign, and Major Doodle last and 20 metres off the lead. 28-2 was the first quarter. They've had the winning post, the judge, and the bell. Nasholi on the inside's about to dial it up in the lead. Leads by 3 metres. Without cover, Clouding Up and Sir Richard Lee. Under lock and key, leaders back third. 1-1 on the outside, Got a Kick. Then came the inside. Next was Silver Lady, followed by Got a Rush. The inside, Hoi Ho's just wedged away there in traffic. Miss Serendipity. Next to last, the inside, Major Doodle, and Dollar Sign goes past at second split. They slowed up to 30.6. Top of the track of the 400. Nasholi led the way on the outside second spot. Clouded Up is about to be called on. Up 3 wide, Got a Kick, followed by Sir Richard Lee, Got a Rush. And then further back in the field, Miss Serendipity, 27.9, the third split up to the corner. Nasholi still bobbing in the lead, but tackled by Got a Kick out wide. Got a Kick took the lead from Nasholi. Then Clouded Up and out wide, Miss Serendipity, and Dollar Sign's the deepest. Got a Kick's all out in the lead. Coming out after it is Sir Richard Lee. Sir Richard Lee with the fresh legs over the top. They hit it. I reckon Got a Kick just held on. Sir Richard Lee flew home for second. Nasholi was third. Then came next over the line was Silver Lady, followed by Hoi Ho. Couldn't get out of the straight. Next over the line, Clouded Up, followed then by Major Doodle. Got a Rush, followed by Miss Serendipity and Dollar Sign last in 29-2, 155. First race, it's a photo.
40 now, it's 6.50 only 2 or 3 minutes ago. Just working with the picture show now. And still behind the line is Murrumbine. So we're now nearly 3 minutes late for this fourth event after, unfortunately, having one get loose at the start in Nobel Star. $34 chance, still hasn't been taken out of the market. Picture show, I think, might well be in now as Murrumbine comes forward. And we're almost right to go for the fourth. As Vic Corver watches on beside the barriers. Nobel Star late scratching. They're racing, jumping in the air at the start was Picture Show, beginning well Murrumbine with also Stride Out going forward. Third early on is Nobel Time. Out a little bit deeper is Knuckle Down, and then the Witch Doctor who's tucked back in on the inside. Picture Show against the rails, and Skatopia's in that final division as well. But it's Stride Out and Murrumbine going together. Stride Out is holding the inside rail, 600 metres to go. They're 2 lengths clear of Nobel Time, who's third on the inside of Skatopia. Fourth landing a nice position now, 1 off the inside. A length and a half back to the Witch Doctor, Picture Show, and Knuckle Down the final 2. 400 metres to go, they swing in. And it's the inside Stride Out, headed now on the outside by Murrumbine. Skatopia presenting, and the Witch Doctor down the centre of the track trying to finish on. 200 metres to go. Murrumbine strikes the top. Here's Skatopia, and the Witch Doctor starting to thunder home out 3 and 4 wide. Skatopia, Murrumbine, and the Witch Doctor finishing all over the top of them. The Witch Doctor will get there late. Oh, I think maybe the Witch Doctor. Very tight. The Witch Doctor and Murrumbine in a photo. The Murrumbine just kept kicking. Skatopia third in the centre, then Stride Out, Nobel Time, Picture Show, and last of all was Knuckle Down. I thought the Witch Doctor was going to get there, but Murrumbine just continued to fight on the inside, and Murrumbine might have held on here. Murrumbine has held on. Number 4, Murrumbine, for Peter Daly and Peter Edwards, has got the cash from number 2, the Witch Doctor, and 3, Skatopia. 4, 2, 3. The number.
Race number 9 over the 1,740 metres, and Mr. Perfect is the way to play. With Russell Jack, he's already trained a winner on the card today, and I think driver Lee Sutton might have already had a couple of wins. Did, yeah, at the start of the day as well. So looking to bookend things is 1L Sutton. $1.95 favourite, late scratching. Do note of the 4 Harry Ovens. That is out, plus the 3 is a scratching as well. And Mr. Perfect sounds about right, Freddie Hastings, as we come back to you for the last.
Good on you, Cassie. Been a lovely afternoon and great to work with you. And, of course, I'll be back on deck tomorrow at Menangle for their big program of 9 races. Been a terrific day today. 3 drivers with doubles. Jackson Painting, Lee Sutton, also. Now, both of those fellas have drive here, and Blake Micallef also picked up a double. So we're getting close. Last race, 8 to run, and I'm very pleased to report that the sun has set. Ready to go. Set. We run 1740 metres in the last. Mobile into the back straight proper. Stand by. The green light's on, the arms are back and they're off, and no speed from Master Jude. It's been taken back through the field by design, and one of the best away was I'm Feeling Fiery. It's going to go to the lead, but up on the outside, Chrissy Chic is prominent. They were followed then by Mr. Perfect. The race favourite is going to sit in behind them, and that trio have got away about 12 metres in front of Red Bank Cooper. They were being followed next of all by Lone Star Lad, who races on the outside of RW. About 4 metres away then to Ideal Escape, and 5 metres away going back to the inside as Master Jude. Well, there's plenty of burn up front where it's I'm Feeling Fiery taken on in earnest by Chrissy Chic, and they go stride for stride, but now Chrissy Chic has been able to get across and take up the front running as Jackson Painting restrains there to take the sit. Third posse occupied by Mr. Perfect, and that trio is still about 8 metres clear of the next pair. They are Red Bank Cooper and Lone Star Lad. They were followed then by RW, who's on the inside of Ideal Escape, and 5 metres away at the back of the field is Master Jude. So they go into the back straight now with about 25 to 30 covering the field at the 800, and the leader is Chrissy Chic, but off the inside Mr. Perfect is looming large. In behind them then is I'm Feeling Fiery, and they were followed by Lone Star Lad. 3 markers Red Bank Cooper. Ahead away the outside is Ideal Escape. RW is extricated away from the inside to be 3 back in the moving line, and 2 metres away on the inside is Master Jude, but quickly going to the top here is the favourite Mr. Perfect, but in hot pursuit is Lone Star Lad. They were followed behind them then by Ideal Escape. This favour's going to have to find, and Lone Star Lad up on the outside has gone to the lead. Mr. Perfect. They were followed by Ideal Escape, and they're clear of RW. They approach the home corner. On the outside, it's Lone Star Lad about a neck in front, trying to fight on as Mr. Perfect. They're clear then of the others. The leader is Lone Star Lad. It's holding rivals at bay with 50 metres to go, and Lone Star Lad will win it. Lone Star Lad beats Ideal Escape, Mr. Perfect, RW, Red Bank Cooper. They were followed behind them then by I'm Feeling Fiery. Well back to clock in as Master Jude and Chrissy Chic. It's finished a long last, but the winner...
There's the second elect, runner number 7, Uptown Beach Girl. $3 price beside her name. Drawn the inside though, Roses Are Sweet. Pete McMillan and Chantal Turpin have this better than chatter 3-year-old filly. She's a 6-time winner from her 15 starts, so she does possess a handy winning strike rate, and more often than not, she's always in the mix. She did go off at $4.20. She's now into $2.90, whereas Uptown Beach Girl, tab bookmakers had initially rated her as the best chance. $2.30 has blown out to $3. Punters have spoken. She comes back from racing in a Group 3 here at Albion Park. Last week? 13 days ago, 2 weeks ago. She was $151, but she's been there in black type company. Chris Barsby, as we head out to you, the second from Albion Park, the inside versus almost the outside.
Indeed, Cassie. It's going to be a good contest here. Roses Are Sweet gets all the favours with that inside gate, and punters are starting to rally around her, taking over as the favourite. $2.90 the current quote. Uptown Beach Girl, who's been the favourite for the large majority of betting, just starting to drift as we get closer to start time. $3.40 now available. So they're easily the top two. 1 and 7. Next best 10 Flow Rider at $6.50. They're coming up. Bombsuit taking the first, going off at a big odds for Luke Whittaker. Jason Carkeet prepares. So that was race 1. This is race 2. We are now ready. There's the light. They're off and pacing. Roses Are Sweet off the inside. Best away. Artistic Saint is showing early speed. Mr. Hart is starting to drive forward. Little Lionel James tucks in behind them. Uptown Beach Girl presses on. She's deep early though. Eternal Gold down on the inside. Sail Along Sinbad. Next Flow Rider, Uhura, goes right back towards the tail with Il Maximus. The lead time 3.4 out in front. Artistic Saint takes it up and leads the way. Uptown Beach Girl moves into second. She parks out. Leader back third, Roses Are Sweet, landing 1-1 cover, Mr. Hart. 3 back the inside, Eternal Gold. Little Lionel James, Il Maximus cuts down to the inside, so he's saving ground, working past Sail Along Sinbad, Flow Rider. Uhura is at the tail. The first quarter, it was slick, 27 and 4. Lead time 3.4. Artistic Saint on top, calling the shots, leads the way. Margin 5 metres. Uptown Beach Girl without cover. Roses Are Sweet with that perfect trail. Leaders back third. Mr. Hart 1-1. Eternal Gold, the inside fifth, 3 back. Little Lionel James, Il Maximus, Sail Along Sinbad, Flow Rider. Uhura can see them all. Second quarter again, sub 30. 29.7 down the back straight, final time. Out in front, Artistic Saint. Artistic Saint leads the way. Uptown Beach Girl starting to stride closer. The leader's being driven up here. Roses Are Sweet third. Eternal Gold now starting to run up the track there. Mr. Hart was checked. Little Lionel James working around them. Sail Along Sinbad, Il Maximus, Uhura, and Flow Rider's now back at the tail. Third quarter in 28.4, leading the way Artistic Saint. Uptown Beach Girl trying to knuckle down to the task on the outside. Little Lionel James coming up deeper. Roses Are Sweet under heavy pressure. Sail Along Sinbad starting to loom at the turn. Artistic Saint corners with the lead. Uptown Beach Girl going to it. Artistic Saint kicking. Artistic Saint, Uptown Beach Girl. Artistic Saint, Uptown Beach Girl. It's a crush. A first over crush. Home she goes. Uptown Beach Girl. Uptown Beach Girl, Artistic Saint, Little Lionel James, photo fourth. It's either Flow Rider or Sail Along Sinbad. Il Maximus not far away. Uhura towards the tail. We've got Roses Are Sweet, and pulling up towards the tail there.
So at the start now for race 5, the Mallard Contracting Handicap over the 1700 metres. Luke Campbell riding Big Blows Take Note. Cassie Martin and not riding today. 3 Strong Heart is the scratching. And Big Blows and Nero Chin Chin, the 2 at the top of the market here. Safe to Make Up and Armed and Ready are almost equal third favourites. Safe to Make Up now $7. Armed and Ready at $7.50. Safe to Make Up first up here at 1700 metres. Has won over the longer trips previously. Hasn't won first up before though. Armed and Ready, as we said, a winner here 3 starts ago. Won the Junction Cup and in very impressive fashion last year. And backed off the map, was last early on after a squeeze, circled the field and won. And after beginning better 3 starts ago, settled on pace and just put them to the sword at the top of the straight to win by nearly 6. If Armed and Ready can begin better today and settle forward, that's certainly a good sign if you've invested in it. But Big Blows was just so impressive at his first run at Carnarvon this season a couple of weeks ago, winning so well and has performed well at Carnarvon throughout its career. So Big Blows is in for the Mallard Contracting Handicap.
Dan Malecki, good evening to you. Ballarat for the first on what is an 11-race card.
A little bit different closer to 11 o'clock, but it's relatively pleasant as they move up for the first event. Silver Domino, drawn barrier number 2, is the equal favourite with number 3, Iron Chariot. Iron Chariot's got good gate speed and has had good support. Set. Race 1 of 11, Ballarat Harness, and they're ready for action. The Big Screen Company Mobile is letting the field go, and Iron Chariot began well. Silver Domino didn't have the gate speed, and Iron Chariot gets across comfortably to lead. Moving up to second, Space Rider and Marola Magic's 3 wide, but looking for the spot outside of the leader as they make their way into the first turn. Gozo Courage on the pegs, and then Silver Domino 5th on the outside. The Regulator tracked through along the peg line, and it settles 3 back the inside. Then third last as they enter the back straight was Miyagi Boy. Settling back behind it from wider gates, 4 Lonely Nights, and also a Smile and a Winks as they head down the back inside of the 1600 metres, and Iron Chariot leads. It's about 4 metres to Marola Magic. Gozo Courage tucked away third, Space Rider in the 1-1 trail. Then the Regulator 5th on the inside of Silver Domino, about 6 metres to Miyagi Boy, then 4 Lonely Nights, and last is a Smile and a Winks as they work off the back past the 1400. Lead time in 43.2, and Iron Chariot leads the way with David Murphy about 3 metres clear of Marola Magic. Leaders back is Gozo Courage, and then Space Rider 4th. Next is the Regulator, gets a soft trip 5th on the inside of Silver Domino, and then came Miyagi Boy from 4 Lonely Nights and a Smile and a Winks. Going down the straight, just over a lap to go. First quarter, 30.5, and it's Iron Chariot leading from Marola Magic. There hasn't been any change in the running so far. Gozo Courage 3rd. 4th on the outside, Space Rider. Then the Regulator. Next is Silver Domino from Miyagi Boy. 4 Lonely Nights and a Smile and a Winks is about 35 metres from the lead as they pass the 800 metres. Iron Chariot on top. 30.4 the second quarter. Marola Magic 4 metres away. Gozo Courage behind the leader. Then Space Rider outside the Regulator. Next is Silver Domino. A Smile and a Winks trying to save ground and goes through on the inside of Miyagi Boy, and last is 4 Lonely Nights. 500 metres to travel. Iron Chariot the leader. Getting going now up to second. Space Rider.
Armed and Ready out wider. It's Nero Chin Chin taking the top from Hyperspace. Nero Chin Chin with the head in front, and Nero Chin Chin in Hyperspace, who fought back, will photo it. Third, either Big Blows or Armed and Ready out wider. Safe to Make Up, Hardington and Ray Coop last.
Chariot from Space Rider. The Regulator trying to get out. Gozo Courage behind the leader. It's Iron Chariot from Space Rider. Then the Regulator. Silver Domino battling. Iron Chariot, Space Rider's a neck away. Space Rider now levelling up to Iron Chariot. Space Rider put its nose in front, and after a lovely drive, Space Rider gets the prize. Space Rider wins it from Iron Chariot. Third's close. Gozo Courage probably just third in front of Silver Domino, the regulator. Then came out wider Miyagi Boy from a smile.